I don't know if you remember when people were questioning whether it was okay to snitch on King Von because he was dead, if you use him as an alibi or an excuse. Does that mean free the guys? There was this thing also about Uncle Ben, about whether he step and fetch him and his face is not allowed on any of his products, which allows one to conclude that posthumously someone can be detained and arrested. And whether or not you can believe me hinges on whether or not I come with a bail of money for Uncle Ben to get him out of jail. What happened to the spirit of American entrepreneurship? It has to do with whether or not becoming a recognizable face was acquired through the use of fear. And since people think that Stalin and Pol Pot and Saddam Hussein are more famous than Uncle Ben ever was, it has to do with the trauma that people experience from not knowing whether or not it's worthy to resolve a case if posthumously some criminals decided to disregard the state and his family's concerns and everything and everybody for a politicized reason, that people wanted to say that he stepped and fetched him and represented harm to come from acknowledging that he taught us how to make rice. What has the government ever taught you? What did you ever learn from the government? Any rice recipes? And I live within 1.9 miles from Hillsboro, where one of his mansions is qualified as an estate by the Historical Preservation Society, and it's the only one. He was jet set around the world. Like, how is that a coonery? And whether or not this is hate speech or something, well, like, the only thing that needs to be protected is hate speech. Free speech doesn't need to be protected because free speech is already free speech. Somebody might die because they wanted to have free speech. Like, they had free speech and they died because of it. Just something to consider. And so whether or not we can bring back Uncle Ben is like a question of whether or not I want to believe if what apologetics is, because I like unapologetic, right? So like apologetics is like bad, right? You know, I could find out in a week that I'm all wrong. That's how it usually goes, except this time I'm lucky. I'm not going to come out on the wrong side of history, because Michael Jackson is only the most recent, most recognizable face. Okay. And this is an evil symbol, a spiral or something. The evil spirals. Well, at least he tried to fight it as Captain EO at Epcot Center, and an alternate reality that some people would prefer to live in. That's why they made Hollywood, so that they don't have to exist in the world that actually existed. We can relive experiences as if it's more deniability because we watched it in theater. We didn't read that. You didn't read it, you know what I mean? And second of all, you didn't live it. It's true experience. It busts down to that, the quality of experiences. Living, reading about it. So are you wrong because you went to the theater? You know, that's kind of Aristotelian matriarchal. Because reasons.